Hello, everyone. Welcome to the club. I'm Philip Landers.
And I'm his co-host, Caden Burrow.
We're excited to have you back again this week as we get you caught up on all of our sports programs, as there's not a lot going on right now as we move into November.
Everything's winding down. We're starting the basketball season, which is exciting, but then football and all of that's ending.
Yeah, so we'll catch you up on what we have for you this week right here on the club, and I think we start with some football.
So, football highlights, basically, they dropped their last match against Bald Knob to fall 0-9 on the season. It's very unfortunate, but there's some good signs from our younger kids, ninth graders moving up. So
that's right. As a matter of fact, we have over a dozen ninth graders that are moving up to senior high football next year, and also a large number of seventh graders coming up for junior high. So roster numbers were a thing this year for both junior and senior high, and so we're looking forward to that. And so for our fans that were there this past Friday, we had the unfortunate scoreboard issues, and our season is done now as far as home games, and so we'll expect, of course, that to be fine. The next time we lace up the old football cleats, and it'll be next August before we know it, you know?
Yeah, and hopefully we'll have a whole lot more people, because it's always an issue where you look at our side, we've only got like 12, 13 boys, and we look over at the other sideline, they got 50.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest things. You know, football, it's about numbers, it's about off-season weight program, which we actually do an excellent job of here with Coach Bergstrom and staff. But when you have 30, you can do things in practice that you can't divide up the same way with 22. And we've all had that on our minds all season. And so we applaud our student athletes in football, especially for playing it tough out these games. I know we had some bad ankles by this time of year. All teams have that. We've got one with a broken collarbone. One has a shoulder that wants to dislocate quite a bit, and he's not going to come out if he can help it. And we tip our hat to all our young men for staying tough on football. All right, what do we have next here? We want to talk about cross country, and we got a little bit here. As they traveled to Melbourne on Tuesday, the 24th of October, it was the 3A District 2 Conference Championships. We'll recognize a third-place finish as a team for our junior cavemen, the boys. Top runner was Bradley Howerton, who came in 6th place. For the junior girls, Casey Arnold and Hadley Landers, one more time, placed 2nd and 5th place respectively. We've called their names a lot this year.
Oh yeah, it's fun to watch, that's for sure.
Yes, it is. Looking ahead, the senior boys, as we keep on, Jude Doty was the senior boys individual conference runner-up, placing 2nd there. And then for the senior girls, Brittany Mahan and Aubrey Milligan were 3rd and 4th place, respectively. More names we've said a lot this year.
The continuity is pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah, they've consistently placed well, and that's a recipe for success. Bradley Howerton, Casey Arnold, and Hadley Landers finished their season with junior high all-conference honors, and then Jude Doty, Brittany Mahan, and Aubrey Milligan earned all-conference honors. We're super proud of them.
Man, could you imagine doing that yourself, just running all them miles? I can't go like
not
200
anymore,
feet.
no, but maybe once, right? I can imagine what it might have been like 35 years ago, 40 years ago.
Now, if there's a bear chasing you, then we might run a little faster.
Yeah, so certainly that. All right, so that's catching us up on our sport programs to date. We're going to take a short break. We're going to come back and talk cheerleading, as we have some lovely young ladies will give us the inside take on cheerleading in just a moment. And then when we come back at the close, we'll look ahead and we'll talk a little bit of basketball here in a few minutes. We'll come right back in just a moment on the club.
Cable Channel 6 is here for you. Here are all the services that we offer to you. Let's start simple. We offer community access slideshows which last all day long. We create and air your business commercials. We offer filming and editing services for a fee. We are also seeking football and basketball sponsors for live casts. If any of these offers interest you, please call the Caveman Radio TV hotline at 283-3309. We are Cable Channel 6, and we cover everything that is Caveman.
Welcome back inside the club. It's time for the inside take on cheerleading. We have sophomore Bonnie Wilson over there, sister to Mary Kay Wilson. We have senior Tara Hooker, sister to Cody Hooker. And we have junior Darcie Taylor, sister to Cole Taylor, right? All Cave City alumni, right?
Right.
Yes, Mary Kay was from Cave City, right?
Batesville.
Batesville, okay. Class of 15, she told us. So we're going to talk cheerleading with these young ladies today, and thank you guys for giving us time. And I know you hate getting out of class to come to film for a minute.
It's fine.
Yeah, you're fine. You're okay with that. So Darcie and I both had our lunch in our hands, so we'll be quick because we're ready to probably eat about here.
Yeah.
So let's get started talking about cheerleading. And you guys have done such a great job with our football, and the weather's been great.
Yeah.
And it's about to change. Your last game up at Harding next Friday could be cold.
Oh, I thought the Harding game. Oh wait, never mind.
Yeah.
Who do we play this Friday?
Bald Knob. That's a home game, and it'll be
And it's
cold for
senior
that.
night,
But,
too.
yeah, but that's last Friday.
Okay, yeah.
By the time this goes on the air, and he'll edit that out. So that's why I jumped ahead on you.
Okay.
All right. So we're pretending it's next week. Okay.
All right.
So he'll take care of that.
Sorry about
Not
that.
to worry. Not to worry. So all right, let's talk about. So you cheer for football, you cheer for basketball, but you really get started. Really about the time school gets out in May, don't you? When you start practicing.
Yes.
How much time do you spend in the summer practicing?
Well, we have tryouts in March, and then I think around the beginning of May, we start practices every Wednesday.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think during the summer we do it 2 days a week, actually.
Yeah, I mean it's a legitimate sport, and you guys put a lot of time, and it shows when you do those things, especially where you form the pyramids and those things, and you got to be really careful and know where to keep your feet. Right?
Yes.
Who gets on top most of the time at the top of the pyramid?
Usually this year it's been Carly. She's a freshman.
Okay.
And then we have Megan, who's...
She's a no.
I think she's in 8th grade.
Okay,
And then
right.
I'm usually just on the side.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So have you been on the top? Have you ever been nervous in one of those pyramids and thinking we're about to just collapse right in front of everybody?
Yes. A lot, actually.
Okay. Bonnie's quiet down there. What about
Well,
you? Yeah.
I'm a front spot. I don't really base or fly, so I just kind of make sure everyone's okay while they
Okay,
go.
so base
Yeah.
means bottom of the pyramid,
Yeah.
flies at the top, and
Yeah.
you're just there to
Yeah.
go, oh no, if the worst
Make sure
happens.
everyone's okay.
Yeah,
Right.
okay.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
great.
Yeah.
Okay, so the safety of Bonnie on the edge,
Yes.
we feel good.
Yes.
So I need to have you follow me around. You know,
That you
I
do need
trip
to
all
do
the
that.
time in the hall, and
She
Yeah, I
can
can
catch
catch
you.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
well,
catch
yeah,
you.
good luck. So, but you could. So a lot of practice time. How many different cheers would you run through in one football game, would you say?
Maybe
Several.
like 30 or so.
30.
lot.
How many would you have in your repertoire?
Like how many we
How
have?
many different cheers have you practiced, do you think?
Oh,
Oh,
like 100.
100. That's incredible.
But there's some that like we don't have as good as others.
Yeah.
So
Right.
we mainly just do the ones that we have the
Oh, sure.
best. I
You
think.
bet.
the ones we don't know for
So,
practice.
so our coaches, Carla McComas and Melissa Taylor, right? This is Melissa's kid right here. And have they ever given you a cheer and you guys just said, just no, we don't, no, just no?
Yeah.
a few times.
There's
Yeah.
some that are kind of just out there.
Yeah, that we
Right.
just don't
Just not
really
as
like.
fun as other
And you
ones.
just
Yeah.
don't know, I guess, till you try it out. So you just have to
Yeah.
find out the hard way, I
Yeah.
guess. So
Yeah.
that's funny. So what's your favorite cheer? Let's start with Bonnie and come down the line. Favorite cheer?
Probably the you know who's the best, so yell.
I love that
Okay.
one.
Yeah, that's a really good
Yeah.
one. I like that.
I think maybe defense stop them, cavemen block them.
Oh, that's a
Oh,
good
I like
one.
it, and it rhymes, and that helps, doesn't it? Right? And what's your favorite?
Probably Caveman Who's the Best.
Caveman.
CCHS.
Oh, I like that too.
Mm-hmm.
We've had good student sections this year too. I know you guys
Yes.
feed off that. They're fun when they really get going, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yes, it helps us a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about, we talked about summer practice. You have some folks who come actually to you in the summer to run a camp. Tell us about who that is and what that's like.
Well, every year it's two different instructors,
Okay.
and they teach us like a bunch of material and dances and cheers, and it's a hard
It's-
3 days.
yeah.
3 days, okay.
Yes.
About 8-hour practices.
Wow,
every
that's
day.
serious. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's fun. You know, you got something really fun coming up over Christmas break, I guess, right? You're going to go to the
Yes.
Citrus Bowl, a college football bowl game, and you will be on the field at halftime?
Yes.
Yes.
During our camp, actually, that's whenever we got chosen to go to this event, was at our camp.
So you have to perform well to be chosen for that,
Yes.
don't you?
Yeah.
So that's a real credit to your team.
There's 8 of us going this year, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was 8.
Awesome. So you've done, I think, is it the Disney Christmas Parade maybe in the past? Or, so you've been to different things. So Tara, which one you're the senior, what was your favorite?
Well, I've been to one. I went to the Thanksgiving parade, and it was good, but I'm excited to go to Orlando and be in the Citrus Bowl because it's Universal. That's exciting.
Yeah.
So you'll
It's
get to go do
new.
some things besides the football, right?
Yeah.
Universal Studios,
Yeah,
you
it's
think?
exciting to do something new because we've only done it once before, so
Right.
it's very
And you're on
exciting.
television. Was that the Macy's Thanksgiving Parade that you went to? Which one was that?
It was at Disney World.
Oh, it was
yeah.
Disney. Okay,
Yeah.
but you get to be on television. I mean,
Yeah.
they do national
Yeah.
television.
Yeah, it's
Right.
very exciting.
Every year we usually go to Disney, but this year we're actually going to Universal.
Yeah.
So we're all really excited.
Yeah,
Yeah,
to
new
go
parks.
somewhere
different.
new.
Yeah,
Awesome.
new parks and everything.
If only the Razorbacks were bowl eligible.
For real.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm digging on the Hog fans there a little bit because I just do, just because. Shame on me for that. But you'll get to watch some good football, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And that's really awesome for you. So last thing, and we'll start with Darcie, go down the row. Best memory of cheerleading at Cave City?
Ooh. I would say anytime at camp or just getting to go. This will be my 5th year going on like a trip like
Right.
that. And so just anytime all the cheerleaders getting to go, it's always a really fun time. So
Okay, Tara?
I would say like away games. Away games are always fun because it's just always like hyped up, and we always have a good
Yes.
time.
Just the excitement of that road trip,
Yes.
getting on the bus, and so I recall driving a bus. We had a young lady get sick, and that wasn't very much fun. You remember that? I think we went to Melbourne 3 years ago. We had somebody get
Yes.
sick right after we left town, and so that
it was
it was
exciting,
funny.
I guess.
She felt fine later, by the way. We won't say, but God bless her. But yeah. So what's your favorite?
I always enjoyed just like fundraising with the team. Like we just got to do a pieing booth
Oh,
at the fall festival. That was fun.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
doing stuff like that. With the
Okay.
team.
That's great. So cheerleaders do so much more, and also fall royalty, for example. You guys play a big role in that, don't you? That we have at football. I see you handing out things,
Yeah.
and
oh yeah.
So and homecoming, you help a lot
Yeah.
with homecoming
Yeah.
week.
And even on senior night, we all like get the stuff together
Right,
and have
okay.
to hand it out to all the seniors.
Right. So cheerleaders are such a big part of our sports programs here, and we couldn't have them without you. And we just thank you so much. Darcie Taylor, Tara Hooker, Bonnie Wilson, giving us a few minutes of time today. And you guys go straight back to class.
All right.
All right. We'll be back with the closing segment of In the Club in just a moment.
Did you know smoking can cause you to have cancer in your mouth, throat, voice box, esophagus, bladder, bowels, colon, kidney, liver, stomach, and the pancreas? Smoking damages your heart, your blood circulation, and it can also increase your risk of developing other conditions such as coronary heart disease, heart attacks, and strokes. For more information, follow Project Prevent on Facebook and Instagram at Project Prevent AR.
Welcome back to the club. We appreciate those cheerleaders giving us some time, and you know we tend to look past them out to the game, especially in football. They're very close to the seats and the games out there, but you know what? They're out there every Friday night too.
Yeah, we can't ignore the effort they put in as
And
well.
they do, and you know it's not easy building the pyramids, and they put in a lot of time. It was interesting getting to learn about some of the things they do and some of the fun things they're going to get to do as we close out our calendar year of 2023. So as we look ahead, let's talk about our last regular season, last football game tonight.
Well, our football team plays their final game of the season tonight at Harding Academy in Searcy, 7 p.m. kickoff as usual.
Yeah, Harding Academy, it's all the things we don't like to talk about when you play another team, but 5th straight conference title coming here for them, and ranked number 3 in the state, averaging 43 points a game, a private school, and you can insert your own response to that topic here for you as we think about that against the public schools. And it will be a tough finish tonight for our cavemen. And it's going to be really cold, of course, compared to the weather we've had. Even this past Friday was pretty comfortable. And so, but it's going to be in the 30s probably before the game is over, or 40s anyway. And that's cold. That football gets really cold, really hard, really stiff. And so it's going to be cold for them too. But that will take care of football season for those guys. Cross country competed in their final meet for the 2023 season today at the state championships down in Hot Springs. And on our next episode of the club, Caleb and I will have those results for you. Next, we've got basketball. Annual tradition. It goes back a long time tomorrow.
Yep, the red and white game. It starts Saturday, beginning at 4:30 p.m. We got all the teams playing. Can't wait to see everybody come out and watch it.
And there's usually the auction where they raise the money. That money will go to help feed those kids on the road games. And what's really fun is for the younger kids that, if you've been a 6th grader and now it's red-white and you're in 7th grade, it's your turn. And you get to put on that real jersey and get out there for red-white. If you are an 8th grader and you're going to be a 9th grader and looking at some playing time, you've moved up, you're older, it's your turn, so to speak, man, you're ready for because red-white's a big night because this is the first one. And so same thing as you move up to high school. And so these kids are ready to play. Saw Coach Jonathan Fowler this week, and we talked about all the different drills that they do and the things that he has worked on to get them ready. But he says you at some point have practiced all you want to practice, and these kids are ready to play some meaningful games, and that's going to start next week.
Yep, they're getting into that zone. They're preparing themselves.
And that first week, it's often the younger kids, 7th grade and junior high, will dominate the calendar for the first week and a half or so. And then we start getting into some non-conference games and an early season tournament and flipping. And don't forget, all the basketball action always going to be right here on Facebook Live and Caveman Radio 89.9. So make sure you tune in for that as Justin Wilson brings you the home games. Alan Landers brings you the road games. And sometimes I just crash them and say, give me a headset. And I may do that some.
That'd be fun. I would love to do like the play-by-play for basketball.
Yeah. We'll just see if we can't, we'll boot Justin out one night. We'll put something in his food and make him sick at his stomach or something. Maybe we can get him out of the way for a night. What do you think?
You didn't hear that.
No. Was that still on the air? Oh, no, we'll edit that. Okay, so let's look at our calendar a little bit. Let's talk about what the senior girls have coming up.
Well, their first game at McCroy is on Tuesday, November 7th at 5 p.m. The first home game against Pocahontas is on Monday, November 13th at 5 as well. Then the Highland Classic tournament on Thursday, the 16th.
Yeah, and that really is taking us up to the Thanksgiving break the following week, which is a week off. But Pocahontas coming here should be a big, fun night, and we really want a big crowd for our home opener when Pocahontas comes to town. So make sure you make it out to the ball game. For our senior cavemen, their first tournament's going to be up in Flippin. That's a tournament we had teams in a few years ago and had excellent results. We had some tournament championships, and I'm going back about 10 years. Good tournament to go start the season, get to play some schools from a part of the state that you're not going to see, like the Deer Antlers, for example. Pretty cool team to play, Deer High School. And so they'll play that tournament. That's starting on Monday, November 18, and it lasts until Saturday. And so our cavemen will play for as long as they stay in it. Usually have a second bracket there for the teams that drop a game. The first game and the first home game against Crowley's Ridge Academy will be on Friday, November 17th. That's at 6 p.m. And so that's going to be a pretty good matchup for our boys, I think.
Cannot wait for the season to start. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, there's something about, and the weather says it's time to go inside and play basketball for sure.
Yeah, I don't want to sit out in the football field and just be shivering.
Yeah, it's one of those things, and so it can be part of football. If we had some snow, someday we'll get a crazy early year snow, have football and snow here at Cave City, and we look forward to that day. So that is all we have for you this week. Our next episode of the club will air on Friday, November 17th, 2 weeks from today at 5:30 p.m. And the next time on the Inside Take, we'll feature the Cave City High School Band.
Cannot wait for it. We'll see you then.